You mean to say the IC bus FLA? One thing when we've been bought, nobody now got jail. Like nobody ever held accountable. IC Auditor General them a work what? In vain. But taxpayer money has been upon them for. How come nobody never got jail or held accountable for anything? I doubt if anybody gonna be, demoted or fired, have to step down, resign for this. This need further investigation. I think they need a thorough investigation, like a forensic investigation of FLA. This is crazy. License management, FLA license management system was manipulated by the FLA. No, I just want to know if I really this may read that idea. That FLA's license management system, LMS, was manipulated by the FLA, and it appears that inaccurate information was inputted. How want boy? We know say late now people, but we have to burn a fire upon one for the ones that were to come. Now we're gonna talk about this because this has some serious stuff going on FLA people. Dead man a buy corn green. Dead man. How can a dead man buy corn green? The man passed for 25 days. Let's me read it, people. I see FLA manipulated database and dead man logged in. Ammo purchase. Server crashed. Wiped key evidence. No, you can't make this up. Server crash. You talk about corruption at its core, it seems. This kind of come like when them thief the laptop them at SSL. This kind of come like when them thief the laptop them at SSL. What is that going at FLA? Dead man a buy corn green? Wagwan. System manipulated by FLA? Who are going to resign from this? The backside. Let me read it for the one in the back. A firearm licensing authority, FLA database, was manipulated to record an ammunition purchase by a dead man, and the server holding evidence of who gave the order has been destroyed, says an Integrity Commission report. So the man will give the order, cover him tail by destroying evidence? By destroying the server? Is that what is going on here? Let me read it for you again. A firearm licensing authority, FLA database, was manipulated to record an ammunition purchase by a dead man, and the server was holding evidence of who gave the order has been destroyed, says an Integrity Commission report. So not even the dead man is safe from UNO. You want to tell me that not even dead man, no can't make this up a class. I want me to see that night. We just have a copy in and see this. The 131-page report tabled in the House of Representatives on Tuesday found that the FLA's license management system, LMS, was manipulated by the FLA, and it appears that inaccurate information was inputted. That are going to FLA people. Corruption everywhere. Corruption everywhere, Jamaica. This you talk about this at FLA. What is going on at FLA? The FLA in a response to the IC said it strongly refuted the allegations, even as it acknowledged that the entries were made and no supporting documents presented to the IC. So if you have no supporting documents, why you even come out and talk about you strongly refuted something and you don't have no supporting documents? So appear nice you make. Something is wrong in Jamaica. It's a FLA in the people. Firearm Licensing Authority. Corruption look like. The report noted that one of the purchases was attributed to a man who had been dead for 25 days before the transaction was logged. So it seems as if somebody know what them do. Because this man, them know what them do, them choose the people who them choose. They hear people of corruption, they everywhere to backside. But the email trail that could have established who gave the order to make the false entries was lost when the FLA server crashed and could not be recorded, the report said. Oh, ironic. Oh, ironic. Server crash. The person who give the order clean up them footprint, it seems like. Would you say? Despite extensive efforts and the application of all available resources, the project to recover the lost data was ultimately unsuccessful. FLA CEO Shane Darling told investigators in a January 2025 statement. He has been at the helm since June 2017. Somebody will step down for this man. As usual, when it comes to such man and his party and his entourage, nobody no step down over there. No discipline, nothing at all. No disciplinary action. There's no accountability, people. Let me see what will happen out of this. The report said Director of Information Systems Christopher Christie had previously disclosed in a 2023 statement that the server for the period experienced a catastrophic failure and has been decommissioned since 2019. Man, I cover them till, it seems, don't it? And it seems that from what we're about to read after this is like FLA seems to be extorting people. Extortion around there. My question, are you guys extorting people? FLA, what is going on there? No, man, this doesn't sound good. There was no backup, Christie added. Remember, you know? We say the system had previously disclosed, Christie had previously disclosed in a 2023 statement that the server for the period experienced a catastrophic failure and has been decommissioned since 2019. There was no backup, Christie added. How convenient. How convenient. Dead server tell no tale. The Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation, DI, Kevin Stevenson, concluded that the instruction to input and the act of inputting what appears to be fabricated information into the system prima facie institute a breach of Section 5 of the Cybercrimes Act. Who I got jail for this? Who I got jail for this? I don't think nobody will even be disciplined for this. Corruption breed corruption. But he said no referral for prosecution could be made. You hear that again. Given the evidentiary gap the server failure created. The manipulated records show 4 entries dated July 11, 2018, purportedly recording the purchase of 6,000 rounds of 12-gauge bird hunting ammunition from businessman Kent Brown's dealership by 3 individuals. Listen to these people. According to the report, former FLA database administrator Siobhan Robinson is identified in the LMS record as the person who made the entries. Robinson told investigators he acted on instructions received either by email or memo from the Director of Information Systems and Technology Department or the Chief Executive Officer, but said he could not say which of the two gave the order. Corruption, people. What a thing. Right in our face. No shame. Those emails, the critical link in the chain of command, were reportedly on the server that crashed. How convenient. Those emails, the critical link in the chain of command, were reportedly on the server that crashed. So no technology can lift up them information. I mean, at different time, you know, them server they will crash people. Anybody know about technology? Tell me in the comment section. You know, things that them can do something about it. Backside. 2 of the alleged purchasers said they did not engage in any such transaction. One had died on June 15, 2018, and some 25 days before the entries were logged. So 25 days after the man dead, they might use the dead man information. Jah Jah. And one had died on June 16, 2018, some 25 days before the entries were logged and held only a temporary license at the time of his death that would not have permitted him to purchase ammunition. Do you hear that, people? Corruption. The other two told investigators they made no such purchases. So one man dead, and the other two. So hold on, they might use my name and sitting. And the dead man, they no spear. The backside of Wagwan. And the dead man, a Wagwan FLA. And extortion, you're not going to hear people. What sound like extortion? You're not going to hear somewhere sound like extortion. Let me read this again. One had died on June 16, 2018, some 25 days before the entries were logged and held as temporary license at the time of his death that would not have permitted him to purchase ammunition. The other two told investigators they made no such purchases. So what am I to purchase out of a sitting under my name? So how much man name written down? FLA said they might bring in fire stick and whatever they might do. And your name not depend, yo, you know, no, no. Now what is all the dead man? We can't tell no tales get mixed up in a live people. What you like call scamming? That's what they look like to me. The other two told investigators they made no such purchases. The National Environment and Planning Agency confirmed none of the three held valid hunting permits for 2018. The report concludes that manipulation was sufficient basis for a reasonable and detached observer to form the view that Kent Brown was targeted by the FLA. Brown, owner of KBA Dealers Jamaica Limited and the Kent Brown Tactical Training Center. Listen to these people. I want to listen to part time. I want to know wake up if you're sleeping and go rub out of here and listen to part time. Very important part here. Brown, listen to part, So they say a reasonable and detached observer. You can see in your farmer view that Kent Brown was targeted by FLA. How was he targeted? Let's read, people. Brown, owner of KBA Dealers Jamaica Limited and the Kent Brown Tactical Training Center, told investigators that former senior FLA compliance officer Ellsworth Cullum called him in 2018 or 2019 and demanded $2 million for his business to continue operating smoothly. You believe him? You believe him? All right. Brown said, so hold on, this sounds like an extortion. It's a shakedown that come from FLA people. This called like an extortion. Is there an extortion ring at FLA? What one ya? This called like an extortion. I mean, a punish town bus park this. I walk one ya, sir. Now, man, let me read it again. Brown, owner of KBA, can remember, Integrity Commission do them work. And them say, from a reasonable and detached observer, you can form the view that Kent Brown was targeted by the FLA. Why was the man targeted? Look on the people who say if he was targeted. Brown, owner of KBA Dealers Jamaica Limited and the Kent Brown Tactical Training Center, told investigators that former senior FLA compliance officer Ellsworth Cullum called him in 2018-2019 and demanded $2 million for his business to continue operating smoothly. Tell me say no bad man thing I want is extortion. Look no man. How can somebody from the FLA call a business person who do things lawfully, legal, and I tell them say if you give them $2 million so them business can operate smoothly. Let's read a little bit more and see if what happened after that. Brown said he refused. I told him that I was not going to pay him any money. He then said, okay, if that's your decision. So is that a threat? Let's continue reading. The Commission's Director of Investigation found no evidence to support or contradict that allegation. Brown's 2 businesses ultimately closed. KBTTC in July 2021 and KBA Dealers in February 2022 after the FLA withheld his license. So hold on. So the man carried out him threat then. No minutes I say. They asked if the FLA did carry out the threat. They carried it out. So they never get the $2 million so in business can operate smoothly. And they never get the $2 million so what happened now? They never Wagwan as a people. All this sounds so fishy. Or it smells so. And nobody now got held accountable and them corruption of people. Jamaica stink. This yo, FLA we are talking about the people. The Commission Director of Investigation found no evidence to support or contradict that allegation. Brown's 2 businesses ultimately closed. So the business wasn't running smoothly. Never run. So 2 businesses closed. So how that look? If a man threaten you and all, you say, you want 2 million, they say, nah, you do the thing the legal way. You know, when a man extort you. Or the wrong way that is illegal. And you don't agree with him. So you have to tell him, say, criminal, you know, these offices can get away with stuff. This don't look good enough. This don't look good. These are some serious allegations. You know? This don't look good. Brown's 2 businesses ultimately closed. KBTTC in July 2021 and KBA Dealers in February 2022 after the FLA withheld his license certificates despite his renewal applications being stamped as approved. You know, you may say. The FLA withheld his license certificates despite his renewal applications being stamped as approved. Now, I mean, how would you justify that? What could have caused that? Remember them when I tell us, them ask me 2 million, I'm saying, nah, do it. I'm gonna say, that's your choice. And then we see what going on and the man business even shut down. His license were formally revoked. Revoked, people. In February 2024, a Supreme Court bid to compel the FLA to issue the certificate was dismissed. The system. Darling was presented with the DI's findings before the publication. The DI said, Darling noted, you hear that, people? Darling was presented with the DI's finding before the publication, the DI said. Darling noted in February 24, 2026 letter objecting to the publication of the report that the organization learned of the allegations for the first time at a meeting with the IC officials in March 19. He rejected the allegations. The IC said his written response contained no evidence that would alter the conclusions or recommendations. It commenced the probe in 2021. The table follows a protracted legal and preliminary battle after the Sunday Gleaner first reported on May 17 that the report was submitted to the presiding officers at Gordon House on March 30th, but remained untabled. There was no injunction blocking tabling at any point, but Gordon House explained that it would be inappropriate to act after getting correspondence from FLA's lawyer that they were challenging the report in court. Now, FLA at them a thing on a try cover up. FLA at them a thing on a fight. If you don't come to we are PO. We don't have no respect to the people. And them a dirty, Greenwich, maggot infested report. We not try to cover up. This don't look good. Somebody need to step down and resign for this. We need to see actions. If we're not serious about crime and all the things in Jamaica and corruption and the corruption. The FLA had filed an urgent application in the Supreme Court around April 7th, naming the IC and Stevens as respondents and seeking disclosure of the unpublished report. A source at the authority said, you see that, people? You see that? FLA move dirty look like, don't. Like somebody that whisper in them ears or something, they might get influenced. Me don't know. It's kind of sound one way. Don't. A source of the authority said, FLA strongly disagreed with the findings and believed publication would cause irreparable reputation harm. Now, who gives a damn about that? I believe someone that coming in public office, you should put yourself aside. That's why I beat Julian Robertson tonight in my video. When I talk about the gag order upon the Integrity Commission, because everybody care about reputation. And them are going to public life. So through that too much corruption I go on, the things that come into the people are supposed to come to the people. In the case of Julian Robinson, who sided with Delroy Chuck to keep the gag order upon the Integrity Commission, it's hurting even the PNP right now. It's hurting us. It's just cover up, and we're tired of that. Yeah? So that is what we're seeing right now, people, in this report. Major cover up, boy. Corruption. And you talk about FLA, people. This is FLA we're talking about. A source of the authority said the FLA strongly disagree with the findings and believe publication would cause irreparable reputational harm. Who gives a damn? Come out of public life and go along and go plan yam. Sure. Yeah, man. Think about the people. Think about that. So, think about that, people. So, stop being corruption, people. Stop being corruption. The rest of it, in a degree now, it's just go on and on and on. It just be a corruption and cover up. But we just want you guys to get the first paragraph. Wagwan there. A firearm licensing authority FLA database was manipulated to record an ammunition purchased by a dead man, and the server holding evidence of who gave the order has been destroyed, says an Integrity Commission report. So who gave the order? Big man them cover them tail. Think about it. Anyway, people, we come here for stay long tonight. We just come for report. Wagwan, you understand me? I said, people? Yes. We just come for report, Wagwan. So this is not a good look, and especially when everybody talk about law and order and I go out and I dirt the youth them. What else are going on at FLA? That you see that place here? When I read this report, I'm reading a couple times, you know. So I said to myself, say, sometimes that place I need extra dig up. I think I need forensic dig up. I think there are more to the story, or I think there are more things happening there. I don't think it's a one-off. Why am I say that? Sometimes when the Integrity Commissioner work, they work off of information. People give them information. People know something and know something not right. I would have called the Integrity Commission attention to certain things. I want to finish what Carlos has said. So when they call the Integrity Commission to certain things, I believe that the Integrity Commission must go and look at that certain thing where them get the information about. So what if the information, the Integrity Commission don't look at everything, a wider scope? What if there are other names that are there when people drop out, when they do all type of stuff in, you know, buy all type of corn grain, Japan street, what kind of other skullduggery in the name of pie, machine, fire stick, what pew, what kind of other corruption, what want of people? So I believe that I don't think them get dig up thoroughly the right way. I don't think so. Nah. I believe what happened here is somebody may have reported them. Remember, them work off of information too. You can know something and report to the Integrity Commission. And they will, go off it. So I believe that this is one of them. I honestly believe that this is one of the cases where somebody come to the Integrity Commission with something and them just deal with that and that alone and nothing else. You understand what I say? But there are other things that if you deal with. Because maybe somebody call and say, me know them dead man and buy this and dead man and buy that, and Integrity Commission do a look at digging. The fees is something else to the people. Anyway, corruption there, they don't be this and us go one-half corruption. Man did it from what? 2017 and stuff. Nobody believe say, what do you? Did you got look at one-half corruption? I don't believe that. I believe there are more corruption there. And FLA, somebody should step down. Somebody should resign. If we are dealing with Jamaica a certain way moving forward. Or else, law is a lie. Law and order is a lie. It's only you to have strength for. Believe me. Head need to roll for this. Tell me what you think in the comment section, people. We don't come to stay long. But this is FLA, Firearm Licensing Authority. And to see me read out them sickening reports that come out and the things are going like, come on, man, you can't make this up. Yo, what era of Jamaica is not tainted and dirty with corruption? Show me one. My name is Jamaican Carlos People. I'm out.